been missing out the walk with the minute. I been building up the blocks like a million. Elliot got water dripping out the city. Oh my God, boy he got a Glock. Oh my God, boy that boy on top. Sippin' walk, make my heart stop. All these hoes, yeah my love my thigh. Yo, let go, put her on roll, put that on payroll, put that on go. Yeah she like to go, yeah she love to blow. Get that dick slow, like a snow cone. Yo, get that bag, show 'em how to ball. I'm in the mall, yeah I'm saying. Give me a minute, yeah, I need a minute, I'm in a minute, I'm need a minute, I'm gonna tell you, hey, Cardi B and Pippin, Cardi B and kick the shit in, yeah, give me a minute, yeah.
Hey, what's good, guys? DGE Dolphin Gang Entertainment. It's your boy DG, and we back with another one. And today we going over round 6, round 7, and UDFAs, and mini camp invites as well. We going over everybody. If you're a Dolphin, if you Dolphin Gang DG, it makes sense, man. It makes sense. But I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Help me get to that 10K. Y'all go shop that merch, DG merchandise, help your boy blow up. We got some new drops coming, so be on the lookout, man. New drops for the summer, man. They're gonna be lit. They will be lit, man. But first person we're gonna try to run through this, but we still gonna talk about these players, man. But we got Quinn Ewers, the quarterback from Texas. Definitely gonna be a good piece in our quarterback room. He has the highest upside out of everybody, based off their high school pedigree. Quinn Ewers, he was a 5-star recruit, number 1 player in the whole nation. 2, he was a 5-star recruit, but he was like ranked 20, 30. Zach Wilson, I think he was like right under 100. So he has the most upside based off the high school rankings out of all the quarterbacks. Based off arm strength, I think he has the strongest arm out of everybody in this room. Last year he didn't really look like he had that arm that he used to have, but he was dealing with an injury, so that probably messed him up in regards to that. Is there a chance of him winning the starting spot? I don't know, but we just gotta hope that Mike McDaniel could fix him up to be the quarterback that we all thought he could be. They don't rank you as the number 1 player in the whole nation for no reason. 100, 5-star. He is ranked number 2 right here. I think that's as a transfer. Let me look at his recruiting profile. He from Texas, South Lake, Carroll, pretty good school in Texas. See, they said that boy was perfect in high school. All the schools in the country, 29 offers: Baylor, Auburn, Arizona State, Alabama. But let's check out the new quarterback in the room. Hopefully he ends up being a good player. We praying on that, man. We are praying on that.
Welcome to Miami.
How we doing? Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm good. So I gotta ask.
Meet Monty. He's a talented entrepreneur who's drowning in all of his to-dos.
Was that in the background of your was that your house? I see all the stuffed animals. Is that your house? Are you a hunter? I just gotta ask about that because you had the media workroom like up in the air with that.
Yeah, no, it's how cool is that? First off, it's an insane room.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely insane.
That's what my house is gonna look like in the future. But no, it wasn't. It wasn't my house. It was a friend of ours who allowed us to do the draft party here at his lake house out here in kind of an hour west of Fort Worth area. So, but yeah, one day.
Cool, cool. Well, thank you so much. Welcome to Miami again.
Thank you.
Al?
He gonna fit right in, man. I have a
Hi,
feeling.
Quinn. Welcome to Miami. I'm Hal Habib with the Palm Beach Post. I wanted to ask you about your quick release. How did you develop that?
Yeah, no, I mean it's a lot of work. I mean, I've always felt that I was always a natural thrower of the football, and it always came natural to me. But I mean, it took a lot of work for sure because I give a lot of credit to it was my quarterback coach by the name of Jeff Christensen, and the quick release really starts from my feet, and it is I want to get my front foot down as fast as possible, which allows me to have that quick release at those critical moments.
We have a guy here who's connected with the Dolphins, known for his quick release, named Dan Marino. I'm wondering, have you studied any film of him?
I mean, I've definitely watched him play, and yeah, my dad would always tell me, growing up that I need to have a quick release like Dan Marino. I mean, so I grew up hearing my dad talk about him all the time, but definitely watched him play, and his release is very quick as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Hey, don't get me started, man. Do not get me started, man, with the Dan Marino comparisons. Please don't. I'm gonna go crazy.
Marcel?
Hey, Quinn, Marcel Louis Jacques with ESPN. I'm gonna be honest, I still have not forgiven you for the Peach Bowl. I'm a ASU grad, but I'm gonna try to get past it for today. Congrats on being drafted here, man.
Thank you. Yeah, fun one. That was a good one. Sorry, you're on the wrong end.
Yeah, it was a good game, man. That's all we could ask for. 4th and 13, man. I couldn't believe it. But we just talked to Chris and Mike about you, and Chris said that y'all's relationship goes even back to last year's pro day when they saw you. I was curious, what was your first impression of Mike McDaniel and the offense that he's installed here in Miami?
I mean, yeah, like you said, I met him when I threw to Xavier and AD and JT and Jay Witt and those guys, and in 2023 for their pro day, and I'm super glad I was able to do that.
Yeah, we seen it last year, man. Even when Worthy was getting drafted, Mike McDaniel was out there watching Quinn Ewers, right next to him, watching him. And, I had a feeling like maybe Quinn Ewers might be a Dolphin, based off how Mike McDaniel was looking at him throwing the ball last year. And look now. I would have never thought that we would be able to get a quarterback of this stature in the 6th round, I believe. It was a 6th or 7th round. I never thought that could happen, but look, it did happen. So this is a good value pick. I give this an A+, man. A+. Even if he busts, man, this guy used to be the #1 player in the whole nation. So you got to at least be average. And he's shown us a lot based on what he did at Texas. With a lot of talent around him, he put up numbers. He had Matthew Golden. He had Xavier Worthy. He had Gunnar Helm. I don't think Bijan was there when he was there. I don't think so. Not Bijan. But they had Wisner. They had Blue. They had a good old line as well. So he already showed us the fact that he could do a lot with talent around him. He got his team all the way to the semifinals in the for college football. He got them boys all the way there, man. So maybe he could do a lot with what Miami has to offer in regards to what we built up with the O-line now. We're hoping that our tackles could hold up for our quarterbacks. If they can, we're working with something now. As a team, we are. We got some gunslingers in the room. Gunslingers, man.
Because I got to meet Mike and kind of talk to him about that stuff, and I really enjoyed talking to him after that. he's just like a high energy guy who's like always, he's always like bouncing around. It's awesome to be around people like that because, you end up acting the same way and just always having energy. And, we run a lot of stuff that Miami does. We get we get stuff that Miami does, and we install it at Texas when I was playing at Texas.
All that speed, man. Isaiah Bond and Matthew Golden. I knew they was doing some stuff that the Miami Dolphins do because they were pretty much the Miami Dolphins of college football. Pretty much.
I'm excited to go into, this facility, this franchise, and learn kind of how they do it. Because I know we see it on film, right? And we like, okay, it looks like this is the first read, but I want to go see to an extent, to the furthest extent, kind of what, how they teach that certain stuff, if that makes sense.
It makes perfect sense, man. Yeah, congrats once again.
Thank you.
We can build from here. I'll get over it eventually.
Yeah.
We're going to go to his Instagram after this.
My name is Johnny Val.
Travis.
Hey Quinn, what's up, man? Welcome to Miami, like everyone said so far. And that lake behind you, man, not too bad of a scene there.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice. It's a great spot to be.
Yeah, it looks really relaxing. So my question for you is kind of following up on the idea about you guys running similar concepts to the Dolphins down here. And, you mentioned watching them on tape. I'm curious, when you watch them on tape, what is it about Tua's game that kind of, stood out to you from a quarterback perspective, and maybe something that you saw on tape that you're excited to kind of pick his brain about within the Dolphins offense now?
Yeah, I think that he knows the offense so well, and his ability to anticipate throws is.
We haven't heard from Tua once. We haven't heard from Tua once, man. So Tua, he not happy about this right here. He is not happy. Y'all stay tuned for this stream. I do have the other quarterback that we brought in from the University of Miami, Ohio. We're going to check him out to see if he has any capability of being on this team. We're going to check him out.
It's fun to watch. He's throwing guys before they even enter the window. They're 3 yards behind a linebacker, but he knows exactly where these guys are going to come and where these guys are going to go. It's going to be cool to I guess, talk to him about that. I mean, we're both he knows Sark and I know Sark, so it's going to be cool to get to meet him and, talk about both of our times with him, and then obviously what I just said.
Yeah, separate question. Hal asked about your quick release earlier, and I know you can kind of drop those arm angles and throw the ball from all over the place. So I always ask quarterbacks that can do that. Did you play baseball as a kid? I feel like you probably did.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. I sure did. I played shortstop growing up.
They're always shortstops. Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
That's why I like quarterbacks who played baseball before, because when you play baseball, it kind of gives you that arm angle to throw the ball, just like Cam Moore got. Shedeur Sanders, it don't seem like he got that arm angle. A lot of quarterbacks in the NFL don't have that arm angle. Patrick Mahomes, he could have been a trillionaire in the MLB, but he decided to go with football. But you can see the type of arm that he got. All guys who used to play baseball. I don't know if Tua played baseball before. I'm not too sure. Somebody gonna have to let me know.
Chris Perkins.
Hey, Quinn, Chris Perkins from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Chris?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm a Texan. I go back to covering South Lake Carroll in the Coach Ledbetter days, covering Texas in the John Malkovich days. So I'm old. Hey,
like 3A division.
Yeah, right. That's right. They were 3A. Right. Exactly. I wanted to ask you about what you've learned through your college career, dealing with adversity, Ohio State, Arch Manning, all of this stuff. What has it taught you, and how has it made you a better quarterback and a better person?
100%. And I mean, like you said, it was the adversity that I've gone through. I don't think many people would be able to come out the way I did. And I just think that goes to show how, mentally tough and mentally strong that I am, and how I've kind of grown.
Shout out to my boy Cap.
To be able to handle adversity. I enjoy going through adversity because I know that I have a
baseball
plan of attack.
background.
And I feel like
baseball
anything that's
background
happened to me
is
the past
huge. Facts.
years of my college career is only going to help me
The
in the
baseball
long
background
run.
is huge plus side.
Man, it's like I said, I'm just happy.
Those
that I
arm
went
angles
through
are important.
Okay.
Now that I think
Thanks,
about
man.
it.
Thank you.
Y'all probably can't hear me.
David
Okay, this
Furones.
should be good.
Hey Quinn, how you doing? David Furones, South Florida Sun Sentinel as well. How you doing?
Good.
Congratulations.
Good.
Good, good. So in the pre-draft draft process, I met Hayden Connor, your teammate, and he told me the same thing that you mentioned about how you guys took some plays from the Dolphins. How much do you think that familiarity will help you now at this next level?
Yeah, no, it's definitely going to help for sure. 100%. You know, running some of the same concepts, and I know.
Yeah, it's gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be easier for him to pick up on the weapons that we have because he dealt with similar weapons over there at Texas. You know, they had Isaiah Bond, similar player to Jalen Waddle. You know, Matthew Golden, kind of a similar player to Tyreek Hill. You know, so it's gonna be like a seamless fit, man. You know, we're gonna see that boy out there slinging it. I'm telling you right now. People gonna be like, damn, who's that? Damn, who is that, man? You know, it's just gonna depend on who get what number, who ends up being the starter. You know, I don't mind buying Zach Wilson jersey. I don't mind buying a Quinn Ewers jersey. You know, just as long as they show me that they could win some games, I could take that. I could take that. If you could win a playoff game, the first quarterback to win me a playoff game, as a Miami Dolphin fan, I'm getting your jersey. I'm getting your jersey that same day, man. I promise. I promise. I gave Tua 4 or 5 years to do that. He hasn't done it. He hasn't done it, man. So now we got competition in there to see if we could get the best out of Tua. You know? I think this year going to be the best year for Tua, but I don't know if it's going to be enough for us to be like, okay, we set with Tua. You know, we're going to have to see something crazy from Tua. You know, like over 30 touchdown passes. At least 2 rushing touchdowns, Tua. At least 2. We need that, man. I know you get concussions, but come on, man. You got to show some type of versatility, man. Some type of versatility. You know, we can't be too scared that you're going to get injured. We can't do that right there, man. We trying to win games.
Sark went down there to talk to Mike in the offseason. I think when they were in OTA or something like that. And, you know, so we got to hear some stories and whatnot. So I think I'm just beyond excited and grateful for the opportunity that, you know, the Dolphins have given me. And, you know, I'm excited to meet all the new teammates that I'm going to have and whatnot. It's going to be fun. I think it all happens for a reason. I'm excited to be a Dolphin.
Quinn Ewers, man, a guy that I would have never thought would have been a Dolphin. I would have never thought about it, man. Never. Watch a little bit of his high school tape to see why he was the number 1 player in the whole country. Let's check that out real quick. He low-key looked like Zach Wilson, man. He low-key looked like Zach Wilson. I'm glad he don't got that hair no more. Let me see. Let me just look up his huddle real quick. Wait, let me go to his Instagram first. We'll go to his Instagram, check that boy out. QB1 jerky. He got his own jerky. That boy got his own jerky? What the heck? I might have to cop. I'm sorry. I'm at the cop, man. These white kids get making so much money now. You know, this is kind of smart though. Pretty good marketing. He a 6. What? Let me see. Around 7th round pick. I thought he would have been a 1st round pick, man. I'm not even gonna lie. 1st or 2nd round pick when he was coming out. That's what I thought, but a 7th round pick, man. That's why this pick, you can't give it nothing but an A. A plus. To be honest. Of course, he will post hunting videos. Did he kill that? He killed that goat? I don't know what the hell this is, man. This looks like a Pokemon, man. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, but that's what they do for a living, man. You can see all the antlers on the wall. I'm guessing that's his girl. There go Matthew Golden. He just got drafted to the Packers. My brother, happy for you. My brother. You know, it seems like a lot of people are happy about this move with Quinn Ewers. A lot of people are happy. You know, a lot of upside here. A lot of upside. A lot of untapped potential.
How much rollback gear?
I'll give you the whole warehouse, dude. No shot.
That's a mistake.
Oh, okay. Oh, come
Yeah,
on.
that gotta
no
be
way,
fake.
right? Oh,
Boom!
That gotta be fake.
I want all the hoodies, big guy.
come on now.
I know that.
Come on, dog.
Third light from the left. How much rollback gear?
I'll give you the whole warehouse, dude. No shot.
That's a mistake.
Oh, okay. Oh, come on. No
Hey,
way,
do that in
right?
Miami, you're gonna be the starter.
Oh,
No time soon. You're gonna be the starter.
I
No
want all
time
the
soon.
hoodies, big guy.
Come on now. Come on.
I promise you, man. See, that one had a lot of views on his huddle. 106,000 views, man. Crazy. But he was like that in high school. Timber Creek eating. Non-district. Let me see. Yeah, I just played this one. Let the ad play for a little bit. He right here at quarterback. Let's check him out. Good accuracy on that throw. Ooh, good throw. Yeah, he don't got the strongest of arms, you know, but he got some accuracy in him. He got some accuracy. Plus, on top of that, this at Texas. This is one of the best teams in the whole nation, going up against one of the best schools in the whole nation. You know, this is against competition right here. Yeah, Quinn Ewers, he just looked probably. Oh, he running? Oh, okay. I don't see him as a running quarterback. I wish he was, but it don't seem like he got legs. On this, it kind of look like he got legs. Slide. Okay. Touchdown. He got to work on his running. But he do got a quick release, man. He might be able to work in this Miami Daniel offense. He could make it happen. Ooh, he catching the ball. Ooh, okay. Okay, Quinn. Yeah, very good accuracy, man. Very good accuracy. You don't see accuracy like this from a high school quarterback. You know, hopefully he could excel at this with the Miami Dolphins once he get acclimated with all of our weapons. You know, this is pre shoulder injury or whatever he was dealing with the injury that caused him to not look as good as he did back in the old days. You know? Ooh, damn. Okay. He took off on that one. Definitely took off. Ooh. But he could be a little bit faster, man. Right now, Zach Wilson, he definitely the best mover in the quarterback room. Easy. Touchdown. Oh, damn. Damn, Quinn. Yeah, Quinn not somebody to sleep on, man. You know, Mike McDaniel, just work your magic that you did with Tua. You might have something with Quinn Ewers. You might have something with Quinn Ewers, man. You know, just a year ago, everybody was talking about him being a first-round pick off rip. Everybody was saying that, but look now. But we gonna see. Maybe this is a destiny thing, a fate. He was supposed to be a Dolphin this late, so he could live up to that number one overall recruit potential that he came out of high school with. You know, if you get that version of him, you know, he gonna give Tua a little run for his money. He could do that. Let's go to some of his highlights. If y'all wanted to check out the other guys, I live streamed that yesterday on my other live stream. So you're gonna see Ollie Gordon, Dante Trader, Jordan Phillips, Jonah, and Kenneth Grant. I did all that yesterday. Today we're gonna do Quinn Ewers, Zeke Biggers, and then we're gonna do most of the UDFAs. That's what we're gonna do. We may talk about some other things if I got time. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. But right here, we gotta play with Quinn Ewers. Going through his progressions. Good job seeing that easy touchdown. I can see him doing that with Tyreek about 5 times this year. About 5 times. You know, but good play call right here. Good play call, kind of setting up the DB. A good throw. No copyright. Here we got Quinn Ewers in high school. And that would look like Brett Michael out there, man, with that hair. Yeah, his accuracy impressive. His ball placement is there. Ball placement is there. You see that way launch that thing. See, that's the Quinn Ewers I want to see. This the Quinn Ewers I want to see. Nobody in our quarterback room could do this right now. Nobody, except for Quinn. Except for Quinn. Probably not even Quinn because of the injury. That would launch that thing, man. That's Tyreek going deep for 60. That's Tyreek going deep for 60. Here's Quinn talking about Archie Manning. Let's check this out. Shout out to that boy on Money 200K. What's up, bro? What does this year? My boy, we cooked the draft. We got Will Johnson. Oh, you talking about the Cardinals? Man, y'all stole Will Johnson from us, man. Y'all stole him. I'm not even gonna lie. We could have got him, man. Most definitely.
How did the competition with Arch Manning make you a better player in practice, and then sharpen your mental toughness so you could come out and play through the injuries?
Sure. I mean, it says in the Bible, iron sharpens iron. So it was good for me and him to kind of get to work together. And, you know, we both are competing for the same job, but us being pals and off the field was good for us as well. And like you said, I mean, I wouldn't trade any of that because it's the reality of the position. There's always going to be a big name in the room or around the room. So I'm glad that he was a part of our team, and I'm glad that I had to hear about it as well.
Interesting. Interesting. So he gonna take advantage of this opportunity. You know, he gonna fight it out with Tua, but at the same time, he gonna have to build that friendship with Tua. You know, even though this guy's might take your job, Tua, you still gotta talk to him every day. You still gotta say what's up to him in the meeting room. You know, you still gotta be cordial. You know, but this is just gonna be a reminder, like, yeah, you still gotta put in that work, man. Your job is not safe. You're gonna see this guy every day, and this is what you're gonna think. This is what you're gonna think. You know, but maybe that's gonna turn Tua into a better quarterback, and who knows, he might turn into that dog that we all want him to be. Maybe. Because only one of these guys is gonna be the starting quarterback at the end of the day. Only one. Here's Makuba talking about Quinn Ewers and what teams are getting.
They're getting an amazing guy. I feel like, you know, Quinn is a guy that, you know, has kept his head down. A guy that, you know, that I feel like is mentally strong. I feel like he went through a lot of things, but you wouldn't be able to tell with Quinn because he's the same guy every day. And then his leadership, you know, he's a true leader, natural leader. I can just tell by the fact that, you know, when Quinn start talking, everybody listens. You know, I feel like he had earned a lot of respect at Texas. He earned my respect just being my time there, just seeing what type of person he was and what type of adversity that he went through. But also, you couldn't really tell with him. And, you know, he was, like I said, he was the same guy every day, you know, brought the same energy, you know, practiced the same and everything and how he went about his game.
So high praise from Makuba about Quinn Ewers. All right. And I'm not too sure if this is the actual injury. They're saying that he had a torn oblique that he was playing with that caused him not to be his normal self. So hopefully he could fully recover from that injury so we could get the old Quinn Ewers. You know, hopefully it doesn't affect him as him being that great quarterback we all thought he once could be when he was a 5-star recruit coming out of Texas. That's what we thought.
In high school, I rocked a mullet, and it decided to kind of have a mind of its own, and kind of blew up a little bit. Kept it for my first 2 years in college. It was fun while it lasted, but it was hard to take care of it towards the end there. It's time to get rid of it.
Now he need them locks, man. He need braids or locks now. Now that he in Miami, he got to change that. If you walk around Miami with a mullet, they going to laugh at you over here. I'm sorry, fam. I'm sorry. They going to joke you in Miami, man, if you got a mullet walking around.
You know, you cut the hair, all the bad habits go with it.
That's about as good as he's looked.
The kid's a baller.
Quinn Ewers, quarterback, Texas. Hook him.
Ewers looking, fires, touchdown, Texas!
No shot, Ramos.
Pressure coming right downfield, touchdown, Texas!
I had 9 scholarship offers before I started a game in high school for the varsity team.
What?
I got my first scholarship offer from North Texas going into 7th grade.
That's crazy. Going into 7th grade, he had his first offer. 7th grade, man.
Camp, trying to just get better, you know, get coached by some of the college quarterback coaches. They came up to me after the camp and were talking to me, you know, asking how old I was. And it was funny because they asked me if I had a Twitter, and I told them I didn't even have a phone yet. I ended up being the #1 player coming out of high school, going into college.
Now Ewers, a downfield shot. He just grabbed it in a bucket.
I would describe my style as controlled aggression. Our system at Texas was built around making the quarterback successful, and then my job was just to get the ball in the playmaker's hands. So taking the shots when they're there.
We're going to ask you to do the same thing in Miami. Don't make it too hard on yourself.
And setting up the shots with other plays.
Quinn Ewers lays it over top of the safety for a score.
My resiliency is unlike no other. My mental toughness go along with it, and just my poise and composure in big moments, I think sets me apart.
Now he's going to run it himself, and Quinn Ewers goes in for the rushing touchdown.
Draft night is just going to be a lot of emotion, a lot of happiness. It's going to be around my family, some of my loved ones, some friends. Just to be able to experience all that together, I think is going to be super important because I'm a big relationship guy. I love having relationships with my loved ones. You know, just have an amazing support group, and for them to be there with me and experiencing that with me, I think that we're obviously going to remember that for a lifetime.
Shout out to that boy Quinn. Here we got a few throws. Good ball, good ball. Good catch. You know, not the best thrower, but he a pretty good thrower. He looked nice out there. He looked nice.
Where we have about 4 elite quarterbacks. There was the Burrow, Herbert draft. That's a little bit of an outlier. But we're getting more and more good quarterbacks because the high school coaching is better, the camps are better. You're just seeing more high-quality drafts. It used to be, we said the Elway Marino draft was like an outlier. You get that about every third year now. I think this is the year of B to B plus quarterback prospects. I think Shedeur, I think Quinn Ewers, Riley Leonard, Kyle McCord. I think in a weird way, because they're not, Cam Ward's ready to play today. He's just the arm, the movement, he's different. But in an interesting way, it may benefit Riley Leonard and Quinn Ewers. You may drop. You may go to a better team. You don't have to play immediately. So if I draft Quinn Ewers, give me the thing he needs to work on and give me the thing that is pro-ready right now.
Yeah, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to start with why it makes him pro-ready. I think one, playing in our market. You know, Austin, I think we've got 1.5 million people in the city of Austin.
Wow.
With no pro sports, right? With no NFL, no NBA, no Major League Baseball. And so the microscope you're under, the scrutiny, the media coverage, the national media coverage, the brand, the having to be at your best under that, I think sets you up and gets you ready for the NFL where you're not so consumed to what other people think, but rather I need to focus, I need to prepare, I need to take care of my body, I need to be in the game plan. I think those things are really helpful to go along with all the physical attributes. There's not a throw that guy can make, that he can't make, excuse me. I think naturally all young players, when they go from college to the NFL, and I liken myself. I think about the Tom Brady's of the world, the Aaron Rodgers, these guys that play for so long in the NFL. Why do they play so long? They don't get hurt, right? And they know where their issues are. They take care of their body off the field, but they take care of their body on the field. And I know the game of football in the NFL is evolving, and I credit a lot of those coaches. And I think that's why there's quarterbacks getting drafted higher and higher now, because I think the NFL is adapting to some degree of what's going on in college football. But to that point, I think his ability to maintain his body, because it's not going to be about him knowing what to do or having the physical ability to.
So he kind of dealing with the same issues that Tua is dealing with. We're trying to maintain his body to be able to play. So that's a red flag right there, you know, but at the same time, it is our priority to make sure that O-line is okay now. You know, so we're hoping that Jonah could hold up. We hoping Patrick Paul could hold up. We hoping Austin Jackson could hold up. We hoping everybody could do their thing so our quarterbacks could shine. Us getting these quarterbacks not gonna matter if our O-line can't block for them, to be honest.
Do it. I think ultimately it's going to be putting himself in the best physical condition to perform week in and week out.
Shout to Steve Sharkeesian.
Matthew Golden.
There we go. Thank you, Foss. But that was, I thought, was his biggest strength last year, was the ability to show.
Good throw.
Bang. Yeah. Too bad he dropped it.
Yeah, he can't drop that. That was on the money.
It didn't look as good because he dropped it, but it's okay though.
That was on the money.
It was. I mean, he dropped it.
That's a Golden problem. That's
that is a Golden problem.
Okay.
That is not a Ewers problem. That's correct. So, to me, I thought him. at battling that adversity. It wasn't that the University of Texas or football team had as much adversity as much as he did with Arch Manning behind him, knowing that everybody wanted to see Arch Manning, and it never fazed him. As a matter of fact, he actually answered questions like, "No, this is my team. This is what I want to
like
do."
that
And
though
so
right there.
I really thought it was tremendous the way he did all those things.
Look,
I
how
thought he got more credit in my book.
How about the Dr. Pepper commercial with Brian Bosworth? He's, need backup, and Quinn Ewers says,
Gunnar Helm.
"No, we don't need no backup."
Yeah.
Right? I mean, that's handling it.
Yes.
That's handling it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, Fozzie, what do you think so far?
Yeah, I think Quinn has showcased.
Quinn just got to add a little bit more size, man. Like, add some muscle. He look a little bit on the chubbier side, man.
Everything in this moment, right? Some of the consistency issues, he's been able to deliver the intermediate, the short, and the deep ball. Now you want that to end up in a catch, but I thought he did well on the opposite end of it. I thought Gunnar Helm has really showcased where he's at with that.
I can't wait for training camp, man. I can't wait, man.
Which one you'd be more... I'm going to name 2 wide receivers at a time. Okay. You tell me which one you'd be more excited about throwing passes to in the NFL. A.J. Brown or Garrett Wilson?
I mean, I think just Garrett Wilson, just because I got to know him a little bit at Ohio State. We're both Texas guys, and I've seen the way that he plays and seen, the attributes that he has, and I think Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson or Malik Neighbors?
Staying with Texas, boys. Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson or CeeDee Lamb?
Man. Growing up, I was a Cowboys fan, so I get to watch a whole lot of CeeDee Lamb, and I think that CeeDee Lamb's got this one.
CeeDee Lamb or Puka?
I think I'd pick Puka just because, I don't know, I'd pick Puka.
Puka or Tyreek Hill?
I'm still picking Puka.
Oh! Man, dog. I knew he was going to do this, man. I knew it, man. Don't let Tyreek Hill see this. Do not let Tyreek Hill see this, man.
Tyreek Hill.
I'm still picking Puka.
Puka or Jamar Chase?
Jamar Chase.
Jamar Chase or Justin Jefferson?
Justin Jefferson.
All right, then. I'm going to name 2.
And I hate that for Quinn. I hate that for him. For real. This is him messing up on the snap. Sometimes he be making like stupid mistakes in the pocket, man. Maybe a drop, snap, or he doesn't throw the football correctly because of mechanics. There's a lot of stuff that he got to clean up, man. But, if you do clean them up, man, you're going to get a good product on that field. A very good product. Right here is one of my favorite throws from Quinn Ewers. One of my favorite throws. It looks like a no-look pass, but, it kind of was. He got the body mechanics as if he's throwing the screen, but he's going right here. He found that spot, boom, round the money. This is why Mike McDaniel wants a guy like this in this scheme, because of throws like this. Look how quick he throws the ball. Very similar to Tua. Bam, straight in there. Easy. Touchdown. This is from a different angle. That's definitely going to work in our scheme. Definitely going to work. Good job moving in the pocket. Touchdown. That ball placement, man. The one thing about Quinn Ewers, he doesn't seem like a quarterback that could take a hit. I don't know if he's going to get back up after taking a big hit. I don't know. That's why I'm saying, like, if he adds some size, okay, I'll be more comfortable in regards to him taking a sack. But You know, if you're gonna keep a clean pocket around him, then I wouldn't worry too much about it. You know, if you're about to get sacked, please go down. Don't take a sack, especially if you're gonna get hurt. And same thing with Tua. You go for everybody in the quarterback room. Everybody. But yeah, man, Quinn Ewers, he might have the best arm out of everybody in the whole quarterback room. The best arm based off of upside. I shall say that. Right here is Mike McDaniel. You know, hand on his chin. Closely evaluating Quinn. This was the year before too. This wasn't this year. This was the year before. What's good, Frozen fan? What's good, my brother? Appreciate you for pulling up on me. So Mike McDaniel, he been had his eye on Quinn Ewers. You know, probably this time the other year, he probably didn't think that Quinn Ewers would be available in the 7th round, but he ended up being available in the 7th round. Right here, we have another play of Quinn Ewers. You know, sometimes he could evade the pocket, especially if it's breaking down. But sometimes he could trip under his feet. You know, so maybe that means he's a little bit clumsy, you know, in regards to footwork. That's what I'm saying. He needs to be a little bit more athletic out there in regards to his stance as a quarterback, you know, a little bit more robotic, you know, just based off mechanics, doing it routinely. It seems like with his mechanics, sometimes he'll be off with it and then he'll get back on track consistently. But with that injury that he had, he probably could have messed up his mechanics to throw as good as he could, to be honest. You see how he just falling for no reason? You know, the center, he could snap the ball and he probably going to fumble it. You know, he got all the talent in the world, but, you know, you really got to cut down on mistakes no matter what.
I'm not someone who gets too caught up in horsepower in someone's arm, right? Because I think it's about passing the football, not throwing the football. But it just never seemed like he was able to really just put any juice on it. The play style just seemed so lethargic, and it just seemed so like in the NFL that they would eat him up. If it wasn't open for him immediately, it reminded me a little bit of it was like little Chad Pennington-esque, but Chad was a very effective quarterback. Quinn just didn't do it for me. I just don't know what the projection really looks like for him. I don't ever see him being a starter in the NFL, quite honestly. And I'm not surprised to see him sitting here still without a team.
He was tough to evaluate too because he was never healthy.
Yeah.
So you would see games. There were throws in the Michigan game where you would say, "Oh my gosh, okay, that was the guy that was the number one quarterback." And he was against Ewers.
But we've all, sometimes it sounds like you're trying to get paid.
I thought this was going to show the pick. Right not bad, y'all. Not bad.
He's going to show up the next day with the same work ethic, the same drive, the same film study. I think Quinn has that. I know what we asked of him protection-wise. I know what we asked him from a progression standpoint and concepts and reading coverages and things of that nature. In some aspects, I think he almost translates better to that league when everybody around him is playing that same brand and same style of football. I'm not so concerned how high he goes. I'm more concerned about him going to the right place. It's almost better that some of these other guys get picked.
Yeah.
Because now you become, more of a commodity. Like, man, if we want him, we better go get him. The quarterback
worked out perfectly for him. Worked out perfectly.
I don't know how he's decided to.
This is a crazy drafting right here.
You can't name one of those animals back there.
Well,
not one.
I didn't hang.
When you see this, you don't think Miami, man, but maybe this is what Miami needed. Maybe this is what Miami needed as a quarterback, but we're going to see.
Any of them on the wall, I can tell you that. I would have bought them as decoration. Ironically,
Des Bryant, he commented on Quinn Ewers going to the Dolphins. Please watch this and think about how the Dolphins run their offense. Quinn is the guy. So he already saying that Tua, he gonna get benched. That's what he's saying. Off rip. Off rip. I've noticed he's very vocal with his team. I like Ewers' overall attitude and mentality. Yeah, that right there, the attitude and mentality not gonna help you not get injured. That's the only thing with Quinn. That's the only thing, man. I say that we have the weapons to support Quinn, but I don't think we have a good enough old line yet to support Quinn. Quinn, he the type of quarterback that we really need to make sure that we have everything around him for sure. He's not like a game changer, in my opinion. He'll be a very good game manager. Very good game manager. That's his ceiling. This is him getting a call. Maybe if he had came out last year, he would have been a first round pick. Maybe he would have been a first round pick last year. Looks like my living room up here in Alaska, to be honest. Oh, you live in Alaska? You live in Alaska? I did not know that, man. Did not know that. Here's another throw. This one's a little bit wobbly. A little bit wobbly. Boom. Right there on the chest.
Where?
The tattoos on. What is that hardware you got on your arm, man? What are those? Let me see that.
Where?
The tattoos on your right arm. See that?
Oh yeah, that's.
Let me see that. Show me that. What is that? Arrows
That's
going
some
down?
Arrows right there, man. Darts, arrows. We're gonna throw darts. So I got some.
I like that right there, man. He said I throw darts. That's why he put darts on his arm. I like that. I like that.
Bow hunt too.
You got any more?
You'll like this one right here. How about we zoom in on that bad boy? Can
What
you
is
see
that? A wolf? A longhorn?
It's a longhorn, man. Go on now. With the Texas flag. I got that before I got to Texas, actually.
Man,
That's
I come
crazy.
back and coach you. We win a Super Bowl. I'll stamp something on my freaking body too, man.
We'll do it together, man.
Yes,
Especially after
Gruden
the
is
Super Bowl.
funny, man.
What is that hardware you got on your arm, man? What are those? Let me.
Gruden is funny, man. But Quinn Ewers, he gonna be a tatted up quarterback. He not gonna be out there just sleeveless, no tattoos. He gonna have something. He not gonna go out there looking like Ryan Tannehill. He gonna look like I can't really think of any other quarterbacks of his stature with tattoos. I can't think of anybody. But I feel like he about to get his whole sleeve. Watch. He about to get his whole sleeve just like Tua did. Just like Tua. Let me see here. I'm a so Frozen fan. This is what y'all be doing over there? This is what y'all be doing, man? Quinn Ewers, he don't play, man. He do not play. If he could do this in real life, imagine the football field. Assassin. Just throwing darts. That's it. That's it, man. But y'all let me know in the comments about Quinn, and his addition. Do you think he'll be able to carve out a spot as QB1, QB2, QB3? Let me know in the comments. Next person we got is Zeke Biggers, D tackle out of Georgia Tech. He kind of reminds me of Raekwon Davis, man. I watched a little bit of his tape. I give this like a B+. My pick that I hate the most is the trader pick. Every other pick, I'm actually cool with it. Every other pick except for the trader pick. I feel like we could have definitely did better with that pick, but it is what it is. We're gonna see if our regime is right about that pick. We're gonna see. But let's check out Zeke Biggers, man. Definitely a big guy that we do need in that D tackle room. The 3D tackles that we got, man, there could be some upside there, man. Could be some upside that all three of those guys work under Zach Sealer. We're gonna create some dogs. We will create some dogs.
Chris Perkins from the South Florida Sun Sentinel. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Drowning in influencer marketing chaos? Not sure where to begin? At Popular Pays, we have over one.
Good, man. I'm good. Hey, obviously you're a very big man and long arms, almost 35 inches. How do you use your size and your arm length to your advantage?
Definitely, I feel like just getting a extension on the block, keeping the guy off of my chest is a way I use it a lot. That's a big thing. And then another big thing would be batting down passes. It's kind of laying out, reaching for road tackles and stuff when I'm running to the ball. It's kind of just give me some perks and to add on.
And as far as guys who are bigger than you, how often do you go up against somebody who's bigger than you?
Honestly, not too many times. Definitely in the ACC, a couple bigger guys at the SEC, but in the ACC, I didn't go against too many guys my size. Maybe when we played Georgia or something. That's the only time.
Yeah. Okay. Congrats, man. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're not gonna say nothing? Okay.
Hey Zeke, congratulations on getting drafted to the Miami Dolphins and welcome to Miami.
Thank you.
I saw that last season at Georgia Tech, you had 7.5 tackles for losses. Are you looking to prove to NFL teams that with those 7.5 tackles for losses, that you can convert that into the pass rush production?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like that's something I've been improving on every day. This whole draft process was pass rush, having more twitch off the ball, kind of just picking up instincts that I needed to kind of be twitchy off the ball and get into a pass rush move. So I definitely feel like I'm going to be able to show a lot of NFL teams that I can help. I am a help in the pass rush game, and I'm looking forward to doing that.
Yeah, you see on film, he a very good run stopper. Pass rush, we don't know. But he might eat because of him playing alongside Zach Sealer. That could be the situation. So Zeke Biggers, I see the potential, but frozen. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about my screen. But yeah, with Zeke Biggers, I do see the potential of him being kind of like Raekwon Davis, but maybe he could capitalize off his situation and be a better player because he's gonna be playing with Kenneth Grant and Zach Sealer. So that should help you out in general.
Isaiah?
Hey, what's going on, Zeke? Isaiah Smalls, Miami Herald. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Can't complain.
Just wanted to ask, how would you celebrate, being drafted? Are you at home? What are you doing?
Oh yeah, I'm at home. I'm in Salisbury, North Carolina right now. Actually finna go down here with all my family. It was just me and my mom, siblings at home, and then we're gonna have a big thing later on. So
that's what's up. And my family is from Winston-Salem, so it's kind of right down the street.
That's
and so I gotta ask, what is your go-to barbecue spot when you back home?
Barbecue. So this place in Salisbury is called it's just called, what is it called? Hold on, let me think up. It ain't barbecue. Have you ever had? It just say pork BBQ on our thing. It's in the country and yeah, it's in the country, but you go there, that's some of the best barbecue you're gonna have. Hendrix barbecue always been good too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Prissy Paulie's over there in Kernersville, which is a little bit further, but that's my go-to spot.
Okay, for sure.
I appreciate you. Welcome to Miami.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
We'll go back to Chris Perkins.
I guess, man.
Hey, Zeke, I'm wondering, as you go through this season, how much is the NFL on your mind, and how much are you thinking, scouts and coaches would love to see me do this or master this skill?
I'll say obviously it would cross my mind a lot. I try to not kind of pay attention to it too much, as I would just trying to stay in the game and make plays and celebrate with my teammates and just be there for my teammates. So I wasn't trying to think about it too much, but it definitely crossed my mind every day, every second, really. So.
Yep. And tell me, Isaiah asked you about your day to day. Was it stressful? You're like, this is like one of the most low key environments that we've seen. It looks like you were pretty chill today. How were you? Nervous?
Yeah. Nah, I was nervous for sure. Like I'm just.
Everybody else, you see their family in the background, clapping, popping bottles, all that. With him, it looked like he back at his childhood room, just chilling, man. Just enjoying the fact that he got drafted. They probably gonna go out to eat later, and that's it. Not doing nothing too crazy,
Just was trying to hear my name call. I was with my family a little bit yesterday, and then I have a party later on. But
party.
It was definitely just calm. We just waiting patiently. We had faith in God and know that something's gonna happen. He brought me this far, so definitely just being patient as we can, and we finally heard it. So I'm very appreciative.
Yeah, Frozen fan do a lot, man. Frozen fan do a lot. She's archery instructor. Man, I never heard of one of those before. Never. He kind of looks like a gangster offensive guard from that movie, The Replacements. Hey, I wouldn't mind seeing him at guard, man. I wouldn't mind it. Would not mind it.
Thank you.
Any other questions? All right. Hassam, you can go next.
Hey Zeke, back again, Hussam Patel from 5 Reasons Sports Network. Outside of football, what are some of the hobbies that you like to do to unwind and de-stress?
A big thing, I'm country. I'm from North Carolina, so I like to go fishing. So that's a good thing about being in Miami. I'm gonna be able to go fishing. That's kind of a way I unwind. And then I'll have a whole bunch of dogs. So I used to just go take them on walks, let them run around the park and stuff like that. So them kind of my two main things. And then obviously you gotta play the game. I got a PS5. I'll be on the game a lot. So
You play a lot of CFB 25 and Madden?
yeah, I play a lot of. Well, my game. If you ever heard of Rainbow Six Siege,
I have.
Yeah, that's kind of that and Warzone.
That's fire.
That's
That's
my
fire.
top. Yeah, for sure. Not too many people know about that, but yeah, that's one of my top games for sure.
Shout out to Zeke Biggers, man. Seemed like a cool guy. Developmental piece to see if he could turn into something. Right now we don't know yet. Right now we don't know, but there is the potential based off what I'm seeing. There is the potential. He's 6'5.5", 321 pounds, very close to what Raekwon Davis was. Very close. Right here, you got the zero technique. Oh, the one. See, look at the pursuit, man. This is what Kenneth Grant does.
It was just an issue for them. And they have now gone out and gotten themselves, it's their third defensive tackle, guys who have set tremendous size.
Good job. Using his long arms, definitely going to help. Yeah, he just looked bigger than everybody else. The last name go with it too, Biggers. He's bigger than everybody. 253rd pick in the NFL draft.
So get him in the middle of the field when the other team's kicking a field goal. Zeke Biggers can help you out.
Yeah, Zeke Biggers, man. Right here you have Zeke Biggers talking about the teams that were interested in him.
Things like they like what I do. They see flashes and everything. Just being more consistent in certain ways, like more pass rushing. Everybody knows I can play the run pretty well, so kind of just pass rush, and that's something I took in to working on the whole job process. So I've been working with Sensei down in Fort Myers and just working on hands, approach, and everything. And I went to the East-West, had great one-on-one, and great team reps in the pass. So just showing that I can get out there and work an edge and be able to move instead of just playing first and second down was a great opportunity.
You kind of have
things like.
I can tell the main thing that he got to focus on is pass rush. Gang 2D quarterback. That's the issue. Stopping the run, nobody going down his gap. Nobody. But just getting to the quarterback, man, we got to see if he could translate that and turn that into something that he does in the NFL. Even though he ain't do that consistently in college. We try to turn that around and turn him into a dog. We try to turn him into what we thought Raekwon Davis could be for the Miami Dolphins. That's what we're trying to do. That's definitely a big guy. Look like he could play tackle too. Look like he could play tackle. Right here we got a clip of him at the East-West Shrine Bowl, I believe. You see? He's trying to work that power move. I know he got power. I know he's pushing the guy back. I know he got power. But he's trying to work that power move. But this guy, he just got a strong grip, and whatever move he's doing is not working. He still got his hands on him. We're going to have to work on not letting guys get up in his chest. We're going to have to work on that. But we got Austin Clark, our D-line coach. Could definitely work that out of him. Could definitely do that. All right, here we got another clip. Another clip of Biggers. Let's check this out. You see, there you go. That's a better rep. You see what happened when you don't let him get in your chest? You see what happened? Oh, excuse me. Can't put his hands on him. Coach him up the right way, man. He could get penetration. Quality snaps. Maybe we're blowing out a team. Put him in there and watch him cause havoc. And people are going to be like, damn, who's that? Who's number 88? Or 98. I don't know what number he's going to get in the NFL, but we're going to see. We're going to see. Right here, we got more clips of Zeke Biggers. He's right here. See, great run defender. I give him that. I don't know why he cut his hair, man. We need your hair back, man. You look like a dog with the dreads, man. We need that in Miami. Oh, it's definitely. Run defense, you can't stop, man. Even on this, he a little bit too high. A little bit too high, but he still couldn't be blocked. If he works on being lower, man, he could be a problem. He could be a problem. So those 3D tackles that we got in our room now, man, all those D tackles in total, like the full grade for those 3D tackles, I give it like an A-, B+, based off of the 3 guys that we got at D tackle. Because they're very talented. Biggers, he's special in his own way. Jordan Phillips, he's special in his own way. Kenneth Grant, he's special in his own way. But all these guys could grow together and help each other grow as D tackles, and we might have a very good D tackle room in the future. We might have one. All right. I don't think I got anything else for y'all, man. This is the last pick, man. The last pick. Oh, let's check out his 24/7 sports page from North Carolina, like he told y'all. So we got a few Florida boys on the team. with this draft, yeah, he looked like he was bigger in high school, way bigger. 6'7", 330 pounds, man. That's Raekwon Davis size. That's what I'm saying. He's very similar to Raekwon. You know, he could play a nose tackle if he really wanted to. Just got to work on his base, his stance. You know, East Carolina, Akron, Georgia State, Liberty offers coming out. Pretty good right there. Pretty good. All right. Let's react to some of the calls, man, for the draft, man, before we go to the UDFAs.
How you doing, man?
Hello. How you doing?
Good. Chris Greer from the Dolphins.
How you doing?
Good. Doing all right?
Ready to tackle your debt? We can help. A Stretch Financial Wellness Vision subscription can help you visualize your debt picture.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I said you didn't enjoy your visit here, did you?
I loved Miami. I love the staff. I loved it.
Well, hey, man, enjoyed spending some time with you, and I know Mike, Frank, and Eric also.
Hey, I love Ollie Gordon, but bringing him to Miami is a risk because of the off-the-field issues that he has dealt with. You know, but we're going to see, man. We're going to see. I love his tenacity, what he said in his press conference, man. He's going to come in and be that tough player that we need. He will. And shout out to my boy Billy. He pulled up. He in the building. Salute, fam. Much love, bro. Tuaneers are losing their scapegoat. hey, so be it, man. Let them vanish. Let them vanish, man. They could continue to practice their religion in regards to being Tuaneers, but you know, I'm gonna ride with this team no matter what. I'm a Miami Dolphin fan. After the draft, as things are right now, give us your season prediction as it is. Okay. Let's listen to these phone calls, and then after that, I'm gonna run down that little schedule for 2025 and see what games we could win, what games we could lose. You know, we still gotta sign some free agents. I'm hearing that the Dolphins are in talks with James Bradbury and Rasul Douglas at cornerback. That's what I'm hearing. You know, so it doesn't seem like they're that confident in regards to the Jason Marshall pick being that number one cornerback. So, you know, we do have to address that room. We do.
So did really good business with you. So we're on the clock here. So we're going to make you a Miami Dolphin, man.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. We going to Miami.
Hey, I am so happy for you, dude. Congratulations.
Miami Daniel, you know you're not going to be able to handle Ollie Gordon. You know it. You know it.
All right.
Yes, sir, Coach.
Hey, we are fired up to make you part of the team. All right. Enjoy your family, and we will talk to you soon. Congratulations,
yes,
my man. All right.
Appreciate you, Coach. I can't wait to get there with y'all.
Quinn, how you doing? Chris Greer from the Dolphins. We got to meet you, and Mike was talking about his conversation with you a year ago at Pro Day, remember?
Yes, sir, I do.
Good, man. Well, hey, I said we're on the clock right now, and we're going to make you a Miami Dolphin, all right?
That's freaking good. Appreciate it.
I'm surprised he ain't say no. Miami Dolphin, what? No. Y'all don't know what to do with quarterbacks. Y'all don't know.
Want you here, and we want to take advantage of a lot of people passing on you. And now you're in the National Football League of the Miami Dolphins, and the rest is for you to prove, bro.
Zeke.
What's up? How you doing?
Good, man. Chris Greer from the Dolphins. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Can't complain, man.
Yeah. Is it excited to get this over with?
Yeah, for sure.
Find out where you're going next, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, how's Miami sound to you?
That sounds great. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a long time. I appreciate that for real.
What's up, man? Who is this?
This is Zeke, Coach.
Yeah, Zeke. This is Coach McDaniel, man. Congratulations. We're making you Miami Dolphin, man. Can't wait to work with you. I know this is a long process, but now it's over. You know where you're going, and now it's just time to put all your energy and focus into being the best player you can be. You know what I mean?
Coach.
Man, shout out to the new Dolphins, man. Shout out to them boys. Next, we got the UDFAs, man. UDFAs. But I said I was gonna go over the schedule real quick with y'all. Hold on. Did we check Bigger's Instagram? Okay, now we on it. You know, he got good tape, man, against Notre Dame. This is a nice little piece right here, man. Good value with the 7th round pick. We got this. This looks like a 5th round pick based off film. That boy reposted the draft class video. Let me see if I can watch that real quick.
Kenneth, Michigan. Jonah Savaianaya. He can really scoot. Physical in the run game.
It's either you gonna get out my way or I'm gonna run through you.
Hey, that quote. I love that quote right there, man. Love that quote. DJ, I miss your opening theme music. That sound like Chun-Li, fam. I don't know, man. I lost that audio, man. I lost it, bro. I tried looking for it. I can't find it no more. I can't. Sound like a dream come true to Chris Greer. For real. For real.
Yours firing into the end zone. Touchdown. Dante Trader.
Jordan Phillips.
Yeah!
We back together now.
I can't wait to get the playbook.
That play
I can't
blown
wait
up
to get the
behind the line of
playbook.
scrimmage. Incomplete. What a play by Marshall.
Let's shout out to this draft class. You know, y'all gonna make or break
Kenneth
Chris Greer.
Grant, Michigan.
Gonna make or break
Jonah
Chris Greer, man.
Savaianaya. He can really scoot. Physical
Right.
in the run game.
Y'all gonna have to make sure y'all get it right. Ooh, something else I want to show y'all. Bradley Chubb, he's showing off now. He's saying that he healthy. He's saying that he healthy. He moving swiftly. There go Chop Robinson. Oh, Chop Robinson got the cornrows now. Okay. Yeah, that definitely means at least 10 sacks. At least 10. At most 15 for Chop. Minimum. Y'all let me know in the comments. There go Alec Ingold. There go Jalen Wright, Devon A-Chain, Alexander Madison. We definitely got a running back by committee now. There go Muhammad Kamara. Oh, both of our DNs got cornrows now. Both of them. Patrick Paul grinding. Aaron Brewer. There go Austin Jackson. Okay. Y'all boys remember we don't have Teron Armstead no more. Y'all boys remember that, man. Shoot, I want one of these shirts, man. I want one of these shirts. Kamara looked like a YN. Chop Robinson looked like a YN. Let me see here.
Man, after game 4, let's get this win. Let's get this W. Johnny Smith checking in. Just beat that drum, got us pumped up, got us hyped. Let's get this W, man. Let's go. Man, after game.
There go Waddle. Rare appearance. Very rare appearance. Waddle, he got the dreads back. Keep playing with him. Waddle not playing with y'all no more. Waddle said stop trying them.
What's up, Dolphin fans? This is Zeke Biggers. I'm just coming on here to tell y'all how proud I am to be a part of the organization. Coming in ready to work, ready to get to it, and fans up. What's up, Dolphin fans?
Fans up. I'm finished watching that story. Oh, he a Q? Yeah, he a Q. When you see that tongue thing, he a Q for sure, man. He a Q for sure. Man, Georgia Tech be deep, man. Georgia Tech is deep. Yeah, he gonna go all out in Miami, man. He gonna go all out in Miami. He gonna love Miami, man. But I wish he had the dreads though. Keep the dreads, fam. He look like a dog with the dreads. Boom. Yeah, I just see Austin Clark, working a miracle with a guy like this. He gonna be better than everybody expecting. I'm expecting like a 60 PFF grade minimum. He gonna be an above average rookie. I'm surprised I ain't get to him with my scouting. I'm surprised I didn't get to him. That boy hopping out. Are they saying sensitive content? Yeah, I don't want to watch that right there. Do not want to get in trouble. Yeah, man. Shout out to Zeke. Yeah, I'm already following him. Anybody the Dolphins draft, I'm following. Let me see here. What I got next for y'all. Okay, the UDFAs. Let me just switch accounts real quick so I can show y'all the UDFAs. I think we got a top 5 UDFA class. I'm not even gonna lie. Top 5, man. We have a lot of talent. In regards to the O-line, but the receivers that we got, man, pretty good, man. Pretty good. Let me see right here. First UDFA guy that we got is Braden Price out of Rhode Island. So with this guy, most likely his relationship with Jordan Colbert, probably the reason why the Miami Dolphins targeted a guy from Rhode Island. They probably seen him on film. Like, damn, that guy, he pretty good.
Rams force a stop.
A smaller guy.
And then go 3 and out. As they're going to throw the football as Albany, and it is intercepted. Yes,
good pass
the Rams
deflection.
Come up with it. Another turnover. The defense is locked in. This time it's Price.
Dolphins, we need cornerback depth. So it seems like it's an open competition. Like I say, as of right now, the only person that solidified a spot is probably Jason Marshall. Probably the only person. Maybe you could say Cam Smith, but you still don't know. Here's another play. Good pass deflection getting up there. Rhode Island is a small school, so you don't know if he could do that on the next level. You really don't know. Shout out to Rodney. He said, I don't like Chris Greer not selecting any UM players. He is a hater of Miami, Florida. How you a hater if you live there? You wild, Rodney. You wild. But we got 2 guys from the University of Miami, UDFAs. We got the Brown guy, I think Sammy Brown, and we got Carpenter, the center last year for the Hurricanes. That's who we got. They're coming up on this list. They're coming up. But this DB, seems like a depth piece, somebody we could bring in camp, see if we got anything in them. That's what it seems like. Another guy that we got is edge guy named Philip Webb, out of Jackson State. Let me see his size. 6'4", I believe. 6'4", 259 pounds, 4'7", 40, 33-inch vertical, 22 on the bench, 81-inch arms. Not too bad, man. Not too bad. Jackson State, a smaller school, so you don't know if you're going to be able to do it in the NFL level, but, you want to bring them in just to see, no copyright. Just check them out. Definitely a bigger guy than what we have. Compared to like Chop Robinson, he got more size than Chop, more size than Kamara. Oh, that boy running the ball. Okay. Good tackle in the backfield, TFL. Good job seeing that. Ooh. Seemed like a good run stopper. But you really want to see him do that against NFL talent. You don't know if he could do that or not, but, against Jackson State, not against Jackson State, but playing for Jackson State, he's showing like no matter who out there, he's going to perform and show that he could put up at least 2 sacks a game, 1 sack, I don't know if he's going to find his way on the roster, but we're going to bring him into camp to see. We're going to see. Plus not everybody going to make it, man. Not everybody going to make it. But I'm going to give them their flowers, the fact that the Dolphins got them. I'm going to give them their flowers. Next person, Dolphins picked up. I think this is a mini camp invite. John Campbell Jr., a tackle out of Tennessee. I actually met him before. He used to go to the University of Miami, then he transferred over to Tennessee. But sometimes he'll spend time at my old school, FIU. So I actually met him in person. Seemed like a cool guy. We're gonna see if he could make the roster. Right now, we only solidified with Austin Jackson and Patrick Paul. Could he fight his way up into being a backup? We're gonna see. But he is a Florida boy, so you gotta love that about him. He's a Florida boy, so I could respect that.
It's like I didn't even know, cause my phone going crazy, it's still blowing up right now. I had to turn notifications off, it's still going viral, every page. I didn't even know, cause we was talking about the block, me and my coach KP, we was talking about the block on the sideline. I was like, what you think about that might be a top block? He's like, yeah, we'll probably send it in. Man, we came to the sideline a little bit later, all the family and started coming down, we was already winning. And Miss Holly told me I was in there to say something. I was like, what? She was like, look, she was showing me. I was like, whoa, that's so crazy. I ain't never you feel me, been on ESPN, just crazy looking at a block, all my friends and family, my mom. Yeah, my phone going crazy.
Shout out to him. He got the ice in his mouth. He can't even talk. He can't even talk. Right here we have him at left tackle against Florida. Let's check this out. He definitely got to work on pass protection. That would hit that spin move on him. But he a very good run blocker. I'm not gonna lie. I'm impressed by his run blocking more than his pass blocking. If you want to use him as a 6th old lineman, for some scenarios, maybe that could work. Right here we have him at right tackle, I believe. Yeah, he at right tackle. Look what him and his teammate do to this guy right here. Look what they do. I like this aggression right here from O-lineman. I like this aggression. Take his ass to the sideline, man. Take his ass to the sideline where he deserved to be. They did that on their sideline too. So you're going to get all that smoke from all those players on that sideline. So, you know, Campbell, he bought it, man. He bought it, man. He going to push them people back in the run game. Them boys teamed up. Man, they hate that guy. They hate that guy. Right here we have Campbell on a little like zone scheme type of play. Good job picking up the DB. Take him to the sideline, man. Bow. I just love what he does in the running game. I love it. I love it. He got better in the running game based off all the times I've seen him playing at Miami. He got way better. You know, the pass game, like I told you, he still needs some work. But the running game, though, you know, you might just want to throw him in there just to see what he can do. Him, Aaron Brewer, who else? James Daniels, Jonah. Like, come on, man. Wow. If you see this in Miami, you know who it is. It's Campbell. It's Campbell. Bah. Crazy, man. But Campbell, I think he got potential. I'm not even gonna lie, man. Campbell, I'm not no hater, no nothing. I'm gonna tell you straight like it is. You know, he probably gonna watch this video. I'm not even gonna lie. If I post it saying I'm talking about Campbell, he gonna watch it. I know it. I know I might hit him up if he does watch it. But here he is at left tackle. Good job blocking. You know, he want you to feel it when he block you. Bah. Nice, solid guy, man. You know, now you see why Mike McDaniel probably brought in Campbell. Crazy thing is, he's a mini camp invite. He's not even a UDFA signing. A mini camp invite, man. So, you know, he has a shot as to, you know, climbing up of the boards in regards to the team, knowing like we need like backup or linemen. You know, if you can show your talent in the run game, we'll take you. We'll take you, Campbell, for sure. Pass game blocking, we gonna see. You know, but we got one of the best O-line coaches. So that might work for Campbell. It might work. You know, this is another UM player, Rodney. He used to be at UM. Then he transferred over to Tennessee.
Say nothing like.
Right here we have another little interview of Campbell. Let's check him out.
I mean, I can go throughout the whole game and not say nothing. Like, if nobody don't say nothing to me, like I ain't gonna say nothing. But if someone say something to me, then yeah, like I ain't gonna I'm gonna say something. Like it's on then. Like
if they engage,
sure.
you engage.
Yeah, like, but I ain't gonna just go out there and try to bother nobody. Like I'm just go out there, I'm gonna do my job. Like I'm gonna do what I need to do for sure. But I know it ain't no friends out there or whatever. But like I ain't finna just be going out there talking for nothing. I'm focused. I'm doing my job. Like. That's what I came out to do. Like I came out to do my job. I came out to make a play. But I'm not finna come out there and just be like talking crazy to nobody. If somebody talk crazy to me, yeah, you know, like I'm gonna say something back. Don't mic me up. But yeah, for sure.
I heard him. He said, "Don't mic me up. Don't mic me up." He giving y'all a warning. Giving y'all a warning. But hey, shout out to John Campbell, man. You know, definitely a good piece. You know that. Not a lot of Dolphin fans are talking about John Campbell. Not a lot. Our next person is Sam Brown Jr., receiver out of Miami. Surprised that he went undrafted. Real surprised. You know, good vertical. I think he like what 6'3", 6'4", 200 something pounds. Good 40. You know, I'm wondering why he went undrafted, man. It's confusing. Look how high he got up on that one. You know, it seems like we got a lot of guys who could be that fast, big receiver that we really need in the locker room. We got a lot of guys who could fit that mold, but we got to see who ends up, you know, beating out the rest. You know, right now we got Malik Washington, Nick Westbrook-Akine, Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill for sure. After that, who gonna fight for those 2 or 3 receiver spots? We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Right here we have UM versus Louisville. UM versus Louisville. This is Cam Ward throwing to Brown. Good throw. Look, good job staying on his feet. You know, that boy 6'3", 6'4" doing this, man. And he not slow. On top of that, he right in our backyard, so it makes sense to get this guy. If nobody else want him, we'll take him. If nobody else want him, we'll take him. Stay in your dorm room. You good, fam. The Dolphins going to take care of you. And, you know, with him, I think he got the potential to be at least somebody that we stash in the practice squad just in case of emergency. That's how I view him. Just in case, practice squad player. You know, but he does have the potential. You know, he work on his route running to show that he can at least be a low-end receiver 1, high-end receiver 2. You know, he got that ceiling in his game, but we're going to see. Right here, we have the other quarterback that we brought in from the University of Miami, Ohio. Let's watch his throwing motion.
Arcing throw with plenty of air under it, and it allowed Dominic Robinson to just
Pretty good throw. Kind of remind me of Skyler, man. Kind of remind me of Skyler. Last year we went with the dude from El Paso, UTSA. I forgot his name. Already. But yeah, man, I don't think he a threat to Tua. I don't think he a threat to Quinn Ewers. I don't think he a threat to Zach Wilson. You know, but hey, this is just another quarterback in the room that we gotta keep an eye out for. Another one.
Here at Oxford, Ohio. Not the same question, but the real Miami is where? In Coral Gables or here at Oxford?
Oxford, Ohio.
Because you're around longer, you're just.
No, I just think we'll show them September 1st.
And look now, look where he at. He playing for Miami. Crazy how life work, ain't it? Here's another throw of him.
138 yards. That was a big catch right there for him.
Good ball right there.
Great release, great protection from the offensive line, and even better catch in stride. 138 yards. That was a big.
Good ball right there. Next person we brought in was John Sanders, a safety out of Ole Miss, man. This is one of my favorites right here. One of my favorites. You know, he looked like he could probably make the team. Man. Y'all let me know in the comments, man. No copyright for the music, so my bad. This might be Javon Holland's replacement right here. It might be. Pretty good tackler. You put his nose in there. You know, like safeties coming out of this class, probably seeing like Dolphins safety room is kind of like, you know, low. We don't have a lot of guys. So he probably seen an opportunity to make the 53. We probably promised him a chance to make the 53. Even though you ain't go undrafted, come join the Dolphins. Right now we questionable in regards to our safeties and our cornerbacks. But if you do sign with the Dolphins, we will offer you a lot of money guaranteed, just so you can make sure that you come to the Dolphins. So it seemed like he's like a high priority free agent, undrafted free agent, high priority. This is him running his 40. All right. Here's another video of somebody else that we signed, this cornerback right here.
It's just a really poor throw from Alex Orji. Colston Loveland here, number 18. He's wide open. He's got to deliver that ball on the frame. He cannot.
Good job turning his hip. Mid coverage. Ooh, ball not going here. Let me go back and get this guy. Good job tracking the ball. That's on Colston Loveland too. He just got picked in the first round by the Chargers. Not the Chargers, the Bears.
Deliver that ball on the frame. He cannot float that ball towards the middle of the field. There's only a single defender there, so if you're going to bend that player, you bend him towards the outside, not back to the
good instincts by new Miami Dolphin cornerback. Good instincts right
interior.
Here.
That ball has got to be thrown more firmly and on the upfield shoulder for Colston Loveland, who just gets it taken away. And Ethan Robinson just with a heck of an adjustment right there to get back to that football. It's just a really poor throw from Alex.
Here's him. He about to jump a 42-inch vertical. A guy his size, a 42-inch vertical. He ready. Almost got it. But 42, that's crazy. 42, you jumping out the gym at that point, man. You are jumping out the gym, man. All right, but shout out to Ethan Robinson. Could definitely be a sneaky DB that nobody talking about that could end up being a good guy. Could. Okay, good job. A few M players that's what I like on this Dolphins team. We gotta make sure they good first too. We gotta make sure they good. Ronnie, you old Breer, an apology. Yeah, for real. You saying we ain't getting no Miami players? We got two. Yes, DG. John Sanders is one of my favorite UDFAs, man. I think he got a solid spot on the 53 already. But they're not gonna tell everybody else in the locker room. That's gonna make them jealous. But John Sanders, he's a lock for 53. Another guy the Dolphins brought in was Brandon Adams, a cornerback from UCF. Big, long cornerback. Could be another guy that makes this team. Him and John Sanders. That's what I'm saying. Like the UDFA class that the Dolphins brought in, I give it like a top 5, top 10 out of everybody in the whole league. We brought in a lot of talent, compared to other teams and what they brought in. We definitely brought in some cornerbacks who could maybe carve out their role on this team and kick some guys that we currently have on the team as well. So there's a lot of talent. But right here we got Adams right here at corner. Let's check him out at the Senior Bowl. Long limb. He's like a Walmart version of Tariq Woolen. Good long arms to press. Good coverage on that one. Yeah, good coverage. Man, y'all see what I mean, right? Y'all see what I mean? Brandon Adams. That link, he could definitely use that to his advantage in regards to covering anybody. And he's not that slow either, 4.4 speed. 4.4 speed. It's locking people down.
Like I don't care who you is, where you came from. If you step in front of me, like Bake said, you finna have a long day. And I'm starting to do that in practice every day, because like my coach, Addy, tells me, I mean, it's not about a guy who's just hot one week and hot and then he's low next week. You want to be that guy consistent and steady rising. So, I mean, that's what I'm trying to do right now. I feel good.
Hey, do that for the Dolphins, man. You're going to be a good player on this team. You might end up being a starter if you do that. Might end up being a starter. Right here we have some more reps. All right. Okay, that is Brandon Adams. I was confused. I'm like, is that Brandon Adams? Okay. But yeah, good job on coverage on that one for sure. Yeah, good job on that one. Here's the UCF cornerback coach talking about Brandon Adams.
Just growth, you know. It was one of those years with just injuries and different things. That mean, just like Coach was saying, building the foundation. But you know, Brandon, he has poise, man. He's poise and confidence, and you know, he got ice water in his veins. He's not scared. He's from Atlanta. He's not scared of anything. He's a former quarterback. I think he said he played defensive end in Pop Warner. So, I mean, everything about that kid, he has a bright future. He's got to continue to listen to Coach Addy and Coach Gibbs, and he's going to get better and better. But proud of his progress.
Brandon Adams, some of the younger guys.
That's good praise for Brandon Adams. Good praise. Please behave in Miami. Please don't crash out. Please, fam. Please.
I mean, another day to scratch.
You feel me, man? Another day to be great, man.
I mean, another day to scratch.
You feel me? What up, what? Hey!
Open. Snap back to that.
He kind of looked like Sauce Gardner on this. Kind of looked like.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, pitch hard.
Glad he got turned around.
Yeah, Coach T. Reed. Yeah, know. Special teams group of the week. Put that in the team room. Special team group of the week. We got to finish. We got to strain. We got to strain to be great, man. Go. Go.
Just a regular day in practice. Regular day in practice. This could be a guy that the Dolphins do pick up. Could be a guy. But just be on the lookout for him. Let me see here. Just checking. Yeah, I think I was going down. Yeah, I was going down for sure. Okay. No, I'm good now. But shout out to Brandon Adams. I don't think y'all seen this play yet. This against a 4-3 receiver. Got tested as 4-3. 4-3 something. Still toe-to-toe. Still got the ball. But yeah, man. Brandon Adams, another cornerback that we brought in as UDFA. Shout out to him. We're going to see what he does for Miami. Next person is RJ Harvey with the catch against Auburn LB, Eugene Asante. That's the next person that we'll be talking about. Eugene Asante. Very athletic linebacker, but coverage, as you can see, is not his best suit. Not his best suit. All right. But this is the power I'm talking about. Look what he does to the starting running back. Almost got Joe Burrow killed. Almost. Bah. Yeah, that's a crazy hit right there, man. But Asante Samuel, he just got a lot of power to him. That's a part of his game, that power. Here he goes out in coverage. Let me see what else. I believe. Wait, what? Okay, I think I know where I'm at now. I think I know. John Hill. No, okay, so we're going down. Okay. My bad, y'all. Yeah, did we do Eugene Asante? Yeah, we just watched that play right there. You know, he just got to work on his coverage, man.
You know the Cars movie, Lightning McQueen?
Yeah, work on his coverage.
I watched that movie. Yeah, I was watching Cars, and you know that Sonic movie, the Hedgehog. Watched the Sonic movie, so I was just like, yeah, I got myself in the right headspace. I'm like, man, I'm gonna go out there and run. The trailer where he's like,
1 winner, 42 losers.
I eat losers for breakfast. I'm like, oh man, I'm running tomorrow. So I watched those 2 movies before I ran the 40. Able to run a 4.4 was a great time for me. That night,
yeah, but he still went undrafted. You're a linebacker running 4.4. That sounds amazing, but still undrafted.
The most athletic players to see at the combine. He was a reserve linebacker for 3 years at North Carolina and only played in a few games in his first season at Auburn. But over the last 2 years, he's been a consistent starter, and we've seen him flying all over the field. According to Bruce Feldman,
yeah, I think we already watched him. Next person, we got AJ Huntley from South Carolina. Seemed like a game wrecker. Pushing the pocket on this one. Okay. Good sack on the quarterback. Just too much pressure all at once in the quarterback face, man. All right. All right, here's another person that was picked up by the Miami Dolphins. Let's check this out. A center. Good run blocking, good drive on the ball. Good job sealing blocks. This is against Ohio State, too. Pancakes. Play like that for the Dolphins, man. You're gonna earn a spot on the team, man. Play like that for the Dolphins. Just putting guys on their back. That's what we need. All right. Okay. Yeah, that should be it. Be it about Aiden West, a center that the Dolphins picked up and signed. Next, let's see here. I don't know what to call this one. I do not know. Let me see here. Next person we got is Jalen Conyers, if I'm saying it correctly. Here's the Arizona State current tight ends coach, I believe, talking about him. Let's check him out.
Dinner, like I had such a good relationship with Jalen. I'm glad to see his success. You know, he's had a really good first 3 games. You know, he's playing the Wildcat there. He's playing wide out. He's playing tight end. He's in the backfield as the second running back. He's back really close to home where his family and his mom, who he's really close to, can watch him. He's with a coach who I respect and a coach who I know will take care of him. So couldn't be happier for him and what's happened for him in the first 3 games. Hopefully there's one bad game in there, maybe week 4.
Wow.
Goal, right? But other than that, I wish him nothing but the best, and I just want to see him succeed. Jalen was awesome Sun Devil here. I mean, he had his own.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here. Let me see. Just hold on, y'all. I think I lost my spot. But like I told you, Raheem Sanders, and the next person we had to look out was Brett Gabbert. You know, we seen some films, but he nothing too crazy. Nothing, you know. Jordan Phillips, we know that's good. Kenley Grant, we know that's good. Jay Conyers is number 1 on my list. Oh, really? You like him? Let me see. I do have some clips of him now that you mention him. All right. It's crazy. You're a scouting machine. Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Oh, Crazy Dolphin. That's what you mean. That's what you mean. My bad. Let's see here. All right. All right. Yeah, we already did Eugene Asante. Who else are we going to do next? All right. This the guy that y'all like, Hunley? This He's a guy that y'all like. I don't know about him, man. I don't know. He seemed to he looked like a lighter D tackle. That he could get pushed off the line of scrimmage. That's what he looked like. We already watched Aiden West. Here's the tight end that y'all saying that y'all like. You know, one thing about him, he's not the most athletic guy, but it seemed like he got very good ball skills. Very good ball skills. Good catch.
And climbing the ladder, rising up and climbing the ladder to make a huge play. Rising up and climbing the ladder.
I'm telling you, man.
A huge play. Rising up and climbing the ladder to make a huge play.
I ain't even get to him yet. I didn't. I didn't.
Rising up and climbing the ladder.
But yeah, shout out to him. Oh, he got that one hand. And that's crazy right there. That is crazy, man. Come on, Cam. Come on, Cam. Oh, they're trying to line it up again. Come on, hit the ball out, man. These DBs not trying. That's nasty. That's nasty. No, if he could work on his route running, it seemed like the hands is there. It seemed like the hands is there. It's just the route running. That needs work. Let me see here. All right. Think about to find my spot, man. Oh, this is Asante Samuel. Not Asante Samuel, but I'm trying to look for whatever else I got for y'all. I don't know how y'all feel about this tight end. You know, like I told you, I very good hands, but he's just not that athletic. Maybe it translates to the NFL in blocking, but we're going to see. We're going to see. That boy hands ain't nothing to play with, man. If it's going his way, he will throw a pick. He will. Just easy.
You know, kind of hearing the same thing back around anywhere going to be between that 4th to 7th round, anywhere in between there. My agent has told me that he's very confident that I'm a for sure be on a team by the end of Saturday. Just trusting God's plan, trusting my agent, trusting my family, trusting myself and what I was able to do and able to accomplish. And hopefully a team sees that and wants me on their roster and knows what I can bring to the table.
Were you a big draft watcher when you were growing up?
Yeah, I mean, I was a big I loved watching the first round. Obviously, that's your dream as a kid. So I remember watching the first round, seeing what kind of guys got picked and stuff like that. All the big names. I wasn't. I'll be honest. I wasn't a very. I wasn't a Saturday watcher. I wasn't a 4th through 7th round watcher. But now, for the first time in my life, I get to be. So kind of from one end of the spectrum to the other. So it's gonna be cool. And obviously, you get to see guys like hopefully Caleb, Todd, CJ, Braylon. DB, Quincy, all those guys. Sorry if I left one out. Sorry, but just a lot of us, getting ready to hopefully hear our name called. So I'm gonna be watching basically the whole thing, see who comes out. That way, hopefully, I can be one of the first people to send a text to whether it's one of my friends I trained with in Nashville or one of the guys I bled with and played with on the field. This past season, I can say what's up to him, tell him congrats, and hopefully see them for a future jersey swap in the future. I mean, I've had a
Yeah, you heard that right there, man. Jersey swap. Hit them up. Hit them up. I will be at training camp trying to get as much merch as I can. I will try, man. So be on the lookout for me over there.
Huge play.
See what it is.
And climbing the ladder to make a huge play.
Supposed to be going down. Next person I got is Theo Weiss, receiver out of Missouri. Definitely could make the 53. Definitely could make it. Highly sought after a recruit coming out of high school. So he did have offers, but let's check him out real quick.
Pass complete to number 1, Weiss. Touchdown signal.
Yeah, Theo Weiss, he used to be a 5-star as well. Used to be a 5-star. And that's him catching the ball around the outside. Right before you get the touchdown, boom. 1 foot in. That's all you really need. All right.
God, put some fucking respect on my quarterback. Put some fucking respect on my quarterback. And y'all stop playing.
Y'all heard him. Y'all heard him, man. No copyright. But yeah, man, this guy, his name is Manari Baldwin. Definitely a dog coming out of California. California got him. Brewery easy. All right. Too bad he's not this no more. Easy touchdown. Yeah, man. Y'all let me know in the comments, man, how y'all feel about these UDFAs. You just going through the list, man, seeing how they look. All right, good catch. Good hand-eye coordination. Good throwing stride. Good throwing stride. Jordan Love keep getting better and better each year. You can tell by practice.
Treat every play like the touchdown play.
Hold on, y'all.
Around waiting for the next person to make the play, but that's not how we need to approach it. We need to treat every play like the touchdown play. Everybody needs to go their hardest. And I praise Blake this game because I feel like he played really hard, but I feel like the rest of the offense and the rest of the team didn't. So, I mean, I don't know what it's going to take, but we're going to have to start playing hard and giving our all every play. If you need a breather, you're going to get a breather, but you just got to give your all when you're in the game. People were sitting around waiting for their buddy to make the play. When they need to make the play, that play, like, you got to treat every play like that because you never know when your opportunity is going to come. You never know when the ball may pop out and you do the backside cutoff and you can pick it up. Like, it's just stuff like that, and people aren't doing that every play. We do it here and there, but it's not every play, and that's why I say we got to be consistent with it. With it being the 6th game of the season, I don't really know why, but I feel like people are just, like, here for the ride, and that's not what we're here for. We're here to win games, and people have to step up. People have to be leaders. People have to take accountability and just stuff like that. So we have to, it's just some growing up we have to do.
Yeah, seem like a mature guy, man. Seem like a mature guy. You know, we definitely settling if we do get him based off what we already do have.
I feel like people are just waiting.
No need to reach for this guy. Yeah, that's real. That's a lot of weight right there, man. A lot of weight. AJ Henning bringing plenty of speed and space to Michigan. All right. I'm pretty sure y'all know about Andrew. All right. All right. Let me see here. I'm almost done, y'all. Hold on. I'm trying to see who I'm going to cover next. Okay, Nate Noel. I wanted to cover him. Then we're going to do Andrew Armstrong. And that would be it. I think so.
Yeah.
But Nate Noel, this is probably going to be the backup to Devon A-Chain. The official backup to Devon A-Chain. He's going to find his way on the roster, if mandatory. He's going to find his way. He's going to do all 16 games with us. I can feel it.
Oh, I just seen wide open holes. My O-line, my tight ends, and my receivers blocking downfield, helping me out. It was just wide open holes. It was very easy to get through.
You guys were in a different position in the first quarter than you've been all season. What was the adjustment from the first quarter to the second quarter to get a lead in going into half?
You might think I'm playing, but it was really absolutely nothing. It was just words of encouragement on the sideline. Like, we've been down before. Like, we had situations in fall camp, spring, where we were down and we had to come back from it. So we didn't flinch. We didn't do anything to the adversity. We just embraced it.
Being able to get this win and move to 3-0 on this season, what'd you learn about this team today?
I learned we got a lot of fight, and I knew what we had going into it, but to see it and see all our work really come through in a situation that we practiced and went over multiple times throughout, like the months before, months prior, it's just great to see us execute and get the job done.
How do you build on a win like today, being able to come from behind and get a 27-21 win over a good Boston College team?
Look at the film, and then don't take it past Sunday for real. We on to the next person, next person on the schedule.
Nate Noel, running back from Mizzou Tigers. Back to you guys.
That boy said next person on the schedule. Crazy. Crazy, man. Hold on real quick. Let me see here. Oh, 1 second. Hold on, y'all. Right here, I have one of my favorite plays from Noel. Here he is at running back. Let's check him out. Good vision. I think he ran a 4.5. Not the 4.4, 4.3 you would expect from a guy his size, but a very elusive runner. Very good runner. Finding space. Yeah, beautiful blocking scheme right there, but good job by the running back. Still keeping that balance and going forward. Yeah, like I told you, a 53-man roster. I see it. I see it.
Just watching my O-line open up the holes, then when I get out there, the receivers blocking downfield already. It's really just make one man miss or something like that. I love it. Every time I love it. It's the
And that's funny right there. That's funny. Hopefully he's doing good at App State right now. No, he's still with App State. His other own boy went to the Ravens, Western. That's where he went.
best feeling in the world, really. Just watching my O-line open up the holes, then when I get out there, the receivers blocking downfield already. It's really just make one man miss or something like that. I love it. Every time I love it. It's the best feeling in the world, really. Just watching my O-line.
Shout out to him. Seemed like a real stand-up guy. Won't cause too much trouble in Miami. So I could respect that. Here's some more clips of Nate Noel at running back. I'm surprised he didn't even get drafted. I'm shocked. That boy is moving. Yeah, it's just unfair what he does out there, man. It's just really unfair. He like a baby Jay. There's a lot of stuff that he needs to work on, but it seems like he got the gist of everything in regards to running game, and he could give us a lot of yardage. I think so. Here's another clip of him. Silent assassin. Look at that boy take off, man. Fast as heck. Yeah, definitely a big receiver. Y'all be on the lookout for me on Thursday. I might be on live with Ice. I just gotta confirm with him just to make sure. Just to make sure. To be honest, I think I covered all the UDFAs. Maybe I'm wrong, man. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me check out the UDFA list. Miami Dolphins UDFAs. All right. Hold on, y'all. My bad. Miami Dolphins 2025 UDFA class. Check them boys out. Okay. Yeah, I kind of did go over each of these guys, man, and some more on top of that. And some more. You know? Let me see what else I got for y'all that I wanted to react to. Let's see here. We just gonna freestyle now. It seems like we did all the UDFAs. You know, we're gonna talk more about the UDFAs throughout training camp, so on and so forth, based on competition. But for the most part, shout out to the rookie class and the UDFAs for making it this far. Shout out to y'all. But let's get into it right now. I got two more topics, and then I'm gonna cut the stream off. We're gonna talk about the DB help that the Dolphins are currently needing right now. It seems like they're inquiring about that. Two options that are available is Russell Douglas and Damian Lillard. Um, not Damian Lillard. Russell Douglas and what's his name again? Bradbury. James Bradbury. My bad, y'all. So those are the two cornerbacks that the Dolphins have had some talks with, but nothing is imminent at the current moment. But let's hear Christian Benford, the guy who just signed a contract extension with the Bills. Let's see what he has to say about Russell Douglas. Could he join the dark side and join the Dolphins? Could he do that?
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my brother. Nigga Jordan. Hey, it would be cool to play with my brother again, but only God knows at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? But I do talk to him. Sometimes when you outside of football, you ain't really trying to talk about football. Let's keep it a buck. Like, I probably just talking about his day, how he doing, what he doing, any trips, how you feeling, how you mental, you know what I'm saying? But a little bug in here is there about coming back. Yeah. I talk to Sue all the time. I talk to Sue. I was gonna call Sue after this, keep it a buck. But yeah, I talk to Sue a lot. Supposed to go on a trip, but when you got kids, it's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my brother. Make it Jordan. Hey, it would be cool to play with my brother again, but only God knows at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But I do talk to him. Sometimes when you outside of football, you ain't really trying to talk about football. Let's keep it a buck. Like, I probably just talking about his day, how he doing, what he doing.
So this sound like he not going back to the Buffalo Bills, but if he not going back to the Buffalo Bills, I don't think he's gonna go to Miami, even if there's interest. But we're gonna see. Maybe if we cut in the check, he might pull up to us. He might. This is what he had to say about Buffalo Bills and him playing there.
Like the perfect fit for you.
Yeah,
Moving
man,
over.
I love it here. I love it here.
Like the perfect fit for you.
Yeah,
Moving
man,
over.
I love it here. I love it here.
Score just didn't.
Here we have Rasul Douglas against Garrett Wilson. You know, Rasul Douglas, you know, he's not going to be 100% against your best receiver, you know, but he will make a few flash plays against your skilled receiver. You know, he's not going to hold your receiver to under 100 yards receiving. Touchdown, it just depends, you know, but for the most part, you know, some DBs give up a lot of yards, some DBs give up a little bit of yards. You know, Rasul Douglas, he take a lot of chances, so he does give up a lot of yards, you know, but he could make up for it every time he does get an interception. It seems like he got very good ball skills.
Situation is
very, very good. Good pick. Yeah, I thought we got the ball back. That's crazy. But yeah, that's a good play right there. That is a good play. I cannot tell me I wouldn't take Russell Douglas on this team.
Ross Report talking about kudos to James Bradberry. What's up, everybody? It's Ross talking with my latest Ross Report talking about the Birds. I know everybody's down on James Bradberry. I give him a lot of credit. He talked over the weekend and said, I didn't have a very good year. That's why he asked to move to safety to prove he could still have a role for this team and show some value for this team. Remember, his salary is guaranteed. There's a lot of reports out there that perhaps they might trade him if they can get something in return for him. But I just love his approach and the transparency. He talked to Howie. He's on the team right now. While he's on the team, he's going to try to find a role. He could be a malcontent. He could totally go. His salary is guaranteed. He could totally go the other way with this thing. I just think he's a true pro. I respect the way he's going about it. We'll see if he does have some role with the Eagles or if he ends up somewhere else, because there are cornerbacks getting injured all around the league already. Ross Reports present.
Yeah, he definitely spoke that real in regards to James Bradberry. Would y'all like to see him in Miami? You know, old-time player. You know, last team I believe he was with was the Ravens. If I'm not mistaken. That's the last team I seen. Here's James Bradberry saying the top 10 cornerbacks that are the most difficult to cover.
Who are the most 5 difficult receivers to cover right now in the league?
Got to start off with Tyreek Hill, speed, Justin Jefferson. Got them with AJ Brown and Devontae Smith. They both have different qualities that make them elite receivers. I'm at 4, right? I got one more. I'd say CeeDee Lamb.
There we go. That's what okay, all right.
Yeah, that's a pretty good pick over Waddle. Pretty good pick over Waddle. Right. Here's a rep of James Bradberry against AJ Brown. Let's do it. EATL. Bradberry, he still got it a little bit. Still got it a little bit.
He just plays the eyes.
Yeah. Came right on time for this one.
But just watch James Bradberry.
Came right in time for this one. Yeah, I haven't heard James Bradbury since that one Super Bowl. I haven't heard from him. Maybe he could bring that pedigree back. Most likely, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. We will see, man. Another guy that I got to cover is Armstrong. Where's Armstrong? Yeah, where I'm at right here. Here's Andrew Armstrong talking about the season.
No, I just display everybody. I always play with a chip on my shoulder. Just even if schools didn't doubt me, I feel like they did. I just have in my mind like, yeah, no, I just display everybody that doubted me, just things like that. So I definitely play with a chip on my shoulder every time I go out at practice. You know, I practice every day like it's a game, and I go in every game like it's a championship. You know, so I just make sure whatever I got going on in my head off the field in the games, like, don't let it affect me. So 'cause when I go out on the field, I plan for something. I'm just not playing like just to say, oh, I got a touchdown, or I got to, I'm playing for the win too, but I'm also playing for just life,
Yeah.
So like my life depend on everything. My life depend on this, basically what I'm saying.
A shout out to Andrew Armstrong.
Catch by Armstrong.
Kind of remind me of like a taller CD Lamb.
Look at the hands. Look, grabbing before.
A skinnier CD Lamb, and he taller too, so you might as well say bigger. That boy cooking.
Good. Out. Good job. Damn. I saw it, though.
That boy is snapping, man, with the routes. And the blocking too, okay. Shout out to Armstrong. All right. This is another guy that we picked up, but I don't know if y'all really care for this guy. Similar to what we got right now. Good 40, good jump, vertical jump. Yeah, but yeah, man. Y'all let me know in the comments what y'all think about the UDFAs, man. I ran out of UDFAs to talk about, but maybe if there's more, I'll add them onto the stream. Y'all could probably catch me tomorrow or Thursday. I will be back online with Iceman on Thursday, so be on the lookout for that, man. Be on the lookout. Appreciate Crazy Dolphin, Billy, Rodney, Frozen Fan, who else? Everybody who pulled up, man. Money 200K, Cat. Love y'all boys, man. Love y'all boys. But hey, it's DGE. Don't forget entertainment. It's your boy DG. And I am.